Hello, I'm Scott Caesar, and this is Manhood Minute, brought to you by A New Kind of Man, the radio show for the biblical man, 9 a.m. every Saturday morning on WLIX radio. Hey, let me ask you a question. We hear the word biblical man. What is a definition of a biblical man to you? Well, author Carl Sandburg, I believe, gave us one of the greatest definitions as he was staring at President Abraham Lincoln. He called President Abraham Lincoln a man of steel and velvet. Is that amazing? A man of steel and velvet. They had such resolve on one side and to have such velvet qualities on the other. Well, if we look in Scripture, where do we find that? Well, you know the answer to that. It's found in the man Jesus Christ. He was the perfect blend. He was the apex of biblical manhood. He's the one we look to. Well, you say, what type of quality, Scott, can we find in it? Well, let me give it to you. He says in Matthew 11:29, he says, I am gentle. He says, I am humble. And you say, well, those sound like two velvet qualities. Well, I beg to differ. This word gentle that he calls himself was a word that he took from the Grecian army when they trained war horses. It was strength under power. They took the wildest horses and trained them. And it was called praus, gentle. That's what Jesus Christ is. He's no Mr. Spock. He's a man, a wild, dangerous man under control. How about you? Join me every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. or log on to mensdiscipleshipnetwork.com or visit us at our weekly studies in biblical manhood in Farmingdale. This is Scott Caesar.
You're part of the plan. For the new kind of man. The